Hey y'all, sorry that took me a second. My cat was in my cabinet, and unfortunately, my cabinet is exposed in the back. And so he was literally behind our stove. So I had to get him out. So yeah, that was perfect timing. Sorry. Sorry. Let's go ahead and get started on y'all's free questions. What a mess. I swear he chooses to do this stuff like literally right before I'm about to live stream. Like every time. And they're fully grown. They're not like, I mean, they are kitties, I guess you could say, but they're almost 3 years old. So I'm like, y'all need to start behaving. My God. Ugh. Driving me crazy, making me all out of breath and everything. All right. So first up, we have Rupali. Hey guys. Hey Queen Resilient. Hey Terralyn. Rupali. I think I saw Becca in here. Hello. How are you guys? I hope you're doing good today. Everyone else, hello. Okay, so I am getting a yes, Rupali. I have the lovers here. I'm doing well. Positive vibes. Thanks for asking. Okay, so I have a yes, the judgment card. Straight up, I'm getting a maybe. Specifically says maybe 6 of Swords. I think you've had a hard time with this, but Spirit is saying it's going to get easier. It should get easier. So take that. Oh, Queen, you did a Cash App donation. Thank you. I'll update the donation list in just a second, guys. I'll make sure everything is in time order so that it's fair. So I am getting a yes, Mila, the Knight of Cups. I have a yes, Becca, a 9 of Wands, but it's coming through as a yes for me. So that's good. Maybe you're kind of bracing for impact or bracing for something to go bad, but you're in the clear. Rising, thank you for the donation. I'm going to confirm those shortly. Bear with me, guys. Okay, so I have a yes, Alexandra. Yes, 7 of Pentacles. Butterfly kiss. Let's see. I'm getting a no, the Death card. Queen Resilient. Queen Resilient. I'm getting a yes, Strength. The card Strength. Okay, so Sanch, I'm getting a no, the 9 of Swords. I mean, seriously, Queen Resilient, like these cats, man. Sometimes I'm like, if you weren't so cute when you're sleeping, you know what I mean? All right, Terralyn, will my trip home be worth it this weekend? Show me a yes or a no for Terralyn. I am getting a yes, 9 of Cups. That means good wishes being fulfilled. All right, does M dislike me? Show me a yes or a no for Alexandra. Alexandra, I have a no. 8 of Cups. No, they do not dislike you. 10 card spread rising. Okay. You're welcome, Mila. Karen. I am getting a yes, 4 of Wands. I think he might be feeling awkward around family, actually, because the Four of Wands can talk about like your home life, but it could be friends. Hey, Luna Moon, I'm doing well today. Thank you for asking. Show me a yes or a no for Luna Moon. Yes or a no. I am getting a yes, Six of Wands, a victory, Luna Moon. For Gotti. Yes, Queen of Swords. You're welcome, everyone. All right, so let's take a look at the donation list. You're welcome, Luna Moon. If anyone's hanging out in here that hasn't had a chance to ask a yes or no question yet, go ahead and do that now. We've got about 4 minutes left of the free list, and then we'll be moving on to donations. Okay, Luna Moon, I'll add you to the list. By the way, guys, I will honor BOGOs today if you guys want to do that. I do not have it on my menu, but if you want to do a buy one, get one 15, that's 2 questions for the price of 1. You are more than welcome to do that. If you guys are wanting to do that and you've already donated, you can just donate the difference. I meant to say that earlier. Hey, Ray. All right, let's see for Haley Ella. Haley Ella, if you're new here, hello and welcome. I am getting a yes. Queen of Wands. Good business sense. This is a good idea. This will work in your favor. Terilyn, it's for the second reading, it's up to 10 cards. It just depends on the question. Sometimes people will take their second question and ask a yes or a no, and that's fine, but it's hard to pull 10 cards for a yes or no reading without it starting to get conflicting. So, as long as you're asking a open-ended question for your second question, then I can extend further into that with more cards. So, open-ended question would be like, what does so and so think of me? What were their first impressions of me? Basically asking a question where I can get extra details for you and pull extra cards for more information. But if it's a closed off question, it would be like, does so and so like me? Yes or no? Do they think I'm attractive? Yes or no? Like essentially, a yes or no question is very specific, straight to the point, and it doesn't allow room for any variation. So as long as your question is like asking for details or like a detail oriented question, it's a little bit more open ended. Oh, you're welcome, Becca. No, no one's missed anything yet. We're about to close the free list here in just a second, and I will be posting the donation list so that way everybody knows where they are in line. And I lost my train of thought. Oh, I double checked the timestamps too to make sure everyone's in the correct order on the donation list as well. Sorry, y'all. I've been spending a lot of time outside lately, and I think I got that pollen in my lungs. All right, so we have. All right, so free list is closed, guys. I am going to post the donation list now. I'm gonna type it up really quickly. The first person on the list is Queen Resilient. So Queen Resilient, you can post for your mini reading. Rising Storm, are you doing the BOGO? Okay, that sounds like a plan. Can I donate for the $3 past, present, future? I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, absolutely. So for Becca, the past, present, future, that is either love or career, or you could do like a freestyle of what maybe is important to highlight and for you to know. But there's like different categories. So just let me know if you just want general, career and finance, or love. All right, so Ray, are you doing the channeled messages or the BOGO, the buy one, get one? Okay, Becca, that sounds good. BOGO, perfect. If I have a microphone next to your name, just know that means I'm assuming you want an audio reading. If you want something different, like if you want it typed instead, then just be sure to let me know. And Queen Resilient, I'm not sure if you heard me, but I am ready for your question. For those of you, if you could just check really quickly on the list that I just posted and let me know if there's anything incorrect for the donation that you made. Becca, I got it. Thank you. Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, you posted it like 10 minutes ago. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. All right, guys, I am so sorry about that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your patience. We have been waiting for this call for 2 weeks, and I apologize that it happened during this live stream. Life happens sometimes. So thank you. Hopefully you guys don't feel you were waiting too long. Hey Vetus. Okay, Terrellyn's gonna send for the BOGO as well. That sounds perfect. Okay, so how is Junior feeling towards Queen Resilient? How is Junior feeling towards Queen Resilient? Okay. How is Junior feeling about Queen Resilient? Okay, so Queen, he's kind of demonstrating very loving feelings towards you, like pride, full of pride, almost like he adores you or admires you in some way. I will say though, I'm not sure what your current connection is or what you're currently experiencing with him. However, he is feeling a sense of jealousy. So maybe he's wondering about your interactions with other people outside of your connection. The Five of Wands just came out, so he could feel he's at competition with other people. I do feel like he's presuming the worst, but he is having a hard time letting you go. I feel like he's holding on pretty tightly still. So if let's just say you have not experienced much action from his direction, he does feel a sense of it's not entitlement because it's not like possessive, but it's like a sense of, I guess, protectiveness when it comes to you, that he like would be jealous if he knew or he thought that you were talking to someone else. So he does have the change card here, kind of like the death card. It's reminding me of him like wanting to embrace things that make him uncomfortable. So if it means that he needs to do better, he needs to heal, he needs to grow or evolve, I feel like he is trying to trust in that process. He's actually had a struggle with loving himself, and I'm seeing that he is loving himself more and more. I think that there's elements about you, Queen Resilient, that he feels is similar to who he is, authentically who he is. And because he cares about you, like, okay, let me backtrack. It's so much easier. Let's just say you're a quality about you is that you're very generous, okay? But someone else has a generous quality as well. It's so much easier for you to say, "Oh my goodness, like they're such a good person. They are so generous." It's so easy to give credit and accolades to someone else who has the same exact quality as you, but because we're so hard on ourselves and we have such a like inner critic that we don't really recognize that quality about ourselves that we're also appreciating and admiring in someone else. And through knowing you, through admiring you, through the qualities that you have that are similar to him, he is now appreciating and admiring those qualities about himself. It's almost like you hold up a mirror to him and you're helping him love himself because maybe you love maybe you have like a great love for pets, okay? Maybe you have a great love for animals and he is the same way, but because he cares about you and you're outside of him, you're an extension outside of him, it's so much easier for him to appreciate and admire those things because he doesn't criticize you, he admires you. But then he thinks to himself, "Oh, I love animals. Like that's a very redeeming and beautiful quality to have." So now he's appreciating that he is that way too. So all of the ways in which he admires you, if he has those qualities, it's helping him to love himself. He said he's being really rude, but I told him let's be friends because he's playing games. No, I personally feel like you're helping challenge him. You're helping him grow. You're helping him to get out of this discomfort. So that's also the shadow side of appreciating someone else's qualities is that if there's something about them that you don't like, you may also possess those qualities as well. And so you may be holding up a mirror to him in the things that he does not want to change. So you may be saying, like, you may be holding up a mirror to himself, and he's truly seeing himself, and maybe he's seeing the qualities that he doesn't like that he needs to also change. Because I think with you, he can't be fake. I think that you see right through it. And so you're really in this indirect way helping him to see the qualities he doesn't like and see the qualities that he does. So I am sorry that he's being rude to you, but I do want you to have confidence that he is going through this change within himself. And maybe that's not fair the way that he's presenting this to you, because the thing is that I am getting that he's feeling conflicted, he's feeling jealous, the word envy is here, but there is this feeling of trust and change. And I want you to keep in mind too that everything that people go through, there is a shadow side and then there's a light side. There's a positive element to something and a negative element. That's where the expression good news and bad news, like this is the positive, this is the negative. We all have the ability to tap into the darker side of ourselves, but we all have access to the lighter side of ourselves as well. So there's a couple different ways that this can interpret. And like I said, I'm very sorry that he's being rude to you, but I think it's because you're the only person he can't fool. You're the only person that can't be lied to and believe into his facade. And he feels figured out. He feels seen. This could feel very like defensive from his end. But at the same time, there is something about you he's very drawn to, very attracted to. Projecting, that's a perfect word, projecting. Are you guys are having a hard time hearing me? So, I guess you have to do what is fair to your own self. Don't overexpose yourself to the situation, especially if you feel like attacked or you feel negativity coming from him. But it's only because you can't fool him, right? I think, and I would put money on it, that he will come to you later on and he will essentially backtrack on the things that he said that have felt rude. He may even give you an explanation as to why he was feeling this way, but you challenge him to grow, and so he could be blaming you for that. But internally, it's not that way. So, hey, Ray. So, my best advice would be to just let him go through this process, let him experience what he needs to experience. He could view you as someone who is provoking him, but you're helping him grow, you're helping him change, you're helping him shed this, I guess, skin. And it's important that we don't want to poke and prod. So if you feel the need to keep a distance, I definitely highly recommend it. But also know that he's going through some type of change or some type of challenge right now, and I don't think he's going to stay away for very long. All right, so next up we have Rising Storm for a BOGO. So Rising Storm, you can go ahead and post your question. And I have Terry for a BOGO, so I'll update the list. I've been getting calls, but when I answer, I don't get a reply. It's more silent. It's from different numbers. I have a feeling it's James. Why doesn't he answer me when he calls? All right, let's take a look. Okay, so I first of all asked, is it James? Because I just wanted to be, I don't know. As a reader, I like to also clarify myself. And I am getting a yes, the high priestess. So that's the exact card that would be. I have a feeling this is happening. I think that it is high priestess because high priestess is all about your intuition, your gut feeling, your inner knowings. And then also it's presenting as a yes card in this reading. So let's see why he's not communicating with you. But why does he call though? Why does he call? It's not what you think. It's not that he's trying to work up his nerve or anything like that. I think he's trying to see what's going on. Like you think if someone calls that they may finally strike up the nerve to say something on the other end, but I think I don't know why. When I was hearing stalker when I was shuffling, but I don't think it's anything like creepy. I mean, I guess it just depends on how you perceive it, but it just feels like he's trying to hear the sounds in the background, hear if there's a guy around, um maybe make sure that it's your phone, maybe make sure that it's your number, trying to maybe match your voice to the voice that he hears. But I feel like he's not answering because he's not intending to say anything on the other line. um the hermit card is here, so it's like he always intended to be quiet. So if you're getting random calls from numbers that you feel it could be him on the other end, that he never has the intention to say anything. Maybe at some point he'll strike up the nerve. Does he call from different numbers though? Like that's what's coming through. What did you say? Yeah, you said different numbers. Okay. So yeah, I feel like there was never an intention of actually talking to you. Let's see what else. What other information can I get? Tara Lynn, I have your question. Thank you. Or your first question, I should say. Why does he call her? To see the other side. Two of Wands, to see the other side. He's trying to see what's going on. So that's kind of confirming what I was saying, is that he wants to know what's happening over there. He kind of wants to be like a fly on the wall without actually exposing himself. And we also have the Five of Pentacles. So this talks about feeling like you're on the outside of someone's life, feeling separated from someone, feeling like you're not in the know or you don't know about someone's life. Sorry, I missed some of the reading. We'll go back and listen. I'm working. Thank you again, Luna. You're welcome, Queen Resilient. Good luck with that. But just keep in mind, it's important that maybe you keep your distance for now because it seems like he's not showing his best self. Will he ask her? Will he just ask her about her life? Will he just ask her? I am getting a yes, the justice. But as we know, justice is like one step at a time because we don't want to do something that we'll regret because we don't want to suffer those consequences. So he'll ask you how you're doing, how you've been, how life is going. I don't know why I'm getting this feeling that it's not all the calls. It's not all the calls that you're getting is him. And I almost see him like hitting mute too. Like if he calls, he hits the mute button sometimes because he doesn't want to hear or you to hear what's going on the other side. Or sometimes it's like stagnant noise, like not really much that you can hear is going on in the background. What is your second question, Rising? What can I look into next for you? Oh, you just had a yes or no question for the next one? Okay, let's see. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was a question. I thought that was a statement. Okay, let's take a look here. The next time that he calls, will he speak to her? The next time he calls, will he speak to her? Oh, snap. It says yes. 10 of Cups. What will he say? I'm like hearing like, oh hey, like just wanted to know, like I don't know, I feel like he doesn't want to come across creepy, so I feel like he's gonna come up with like a really lame excuse. Like if you gave him his number or your number at some point, like I think he's gonna be like, just making sure this is your number, like, or I don't know, or if you didn't give him, that's the thing, if you didn't give him your number, what is this? What is this? Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting like just like trying to not sound trying to sound not creepy. Like trying not to sound it's almost like this excuse that seems kind of silly, but I think you're going to be able to read right through the conversation. The thing is that he doesn't want 5 of cups. He doesn't want you to feel like weird or disappointed or even mad at him for um I guess trying to communicate with him in a weird way that's kind of creepy. But yeah, so I think he's just going to come up with some type of silly excuse. Oh, you did. So he's probably going to be like, "Hey, like I lost your number. Just want to make sure this was yours," or something along those lines. One second. Okay, you're welcome, Rising. Okay, so next up we have Terry. Terry, you posted your question, so let me shuffle. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, Terrellyn, I have, and I don't know why, but Destiny Child's song Survivor playing in my head. And so it's like maybe I can interpret that as like he's viewing you as a survivor for the things that you have been through. You are resilient and you get through things. Um, and you don't give up and you fight and you don't back down. So he sees this inner strength with you that I feel maybe you don't even realize you have within yourself, but he definitely sees a strong woman with a backbone who has been through it but has come out the other side. And you don't let that get you down. You don't allow that to stop you from starting a new life or starting a new plan for yourself or starting a new goal. The Fool is here. So it's basically like you don't let your history stop you. And the Fool is like basically someone who's starting over with no baggage. So you don't let that affect your day to day and you don't carry that into your present moments. So he's just looking at you as a very strong person, someone who doesn't get defeated easily, someone who doesn't give up easily, someone who likes to see the positive side of things. I have two aces and the fool. So this indicates that you really don't want to, that's your favorite word, you really don't want to have this kind of weight hovering over you. No matter what you've been through, like you're just like, it is what it is, moving on, and I'm going to be as positive as I can be about it. So you look forward. You don't dwell in the past. You don't look too much into the past. And it's almost like written all over you is how light and joyful you are, how you take inspiration, your fiery energy. But there is also this element about you that feels very grounded as well. Like you take care of what needs to be taken care of. Let me see what else. What else? And it's interesting too because I almost am getting the sense that this is just something that he perceives from your energy, but not necessarily something you have told him. Now, there could have been some stories or some information that he has heard. Like I said, I do pick up that he's a person that's able to read people really easily, but at the same time I just feel like he doesn't know generally so much about your life, but he just gets this image about you that's very fun and lighthearted and warm and inviting and comforting. And maybe possibly from his experience, the people that are like you are people who have been through a lot but don't like to really talk about it, don't like to really dig into it too much. They say that the most generous people are the people that don't have much themselves, because they know what it's like to not have anything. And so maybe with you, it's like the most strong people are the people who's been through more than the average person. And so he's just viewing you as this like phoenix type of energy that just rises up and doesn't let things keep them down. You seem to have a strong head on your shoulders. You seem to be very, as I said, grounded. There's a lot of root chakra and earth energy here. So it indicates that you know how to support yourself. Um, you know how to make things happen. So yeah, that's what I'm getting as far as his impression, what draws him to you, what interests him about you that makes him want to get to know you more. What is your second question? And if you guys aren't able to hear me okay at any point, will you please let me know? I am using my MacBook microphone, but people say that they're able to hear me okay with it. So I just want to make sure that that's still the case. I can turn down my music. I can do a couple different things that helps. Yeah, Tara, you can add for a third question. Absolutely. You can do 5 for a mini, 3 for a yes, no, or 10 for a 10 card. And then after that, we have Luna Moon, Ray, and Becca. Current feelings, please. Current feelings that he has for her. 4 of Wands. So, Four of Wands indicates that someone wants to be more than what they currently are with you. They want to take the next step in commitment, whatever that would mean for you. So, it seems like right now, the stage that you guys are at is more like acquaintances, so he would definitely want to strike up more of a conversation with you and or ask you out, ask you on a date, something along those lines. So he's thinking about stabilizing this connection further. I'm hard to hear. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Okay. So next up, he is feeling that he wants to actually fight for this a bit harder. We have the Seven of Wands, which is kind of like someone standing up for themselves, having a bit of more courage, possibly. He wants to take this into his own hands, the magician. So let him come to you. I feel like, hey, I speak, he will be coming to you in regards to this. He's gaining his confidence right now. There could have been, I never really got from him. I don't think that he had like low self esteem or fear of rejection. That's not necessarily something I've ever pulled for him in particular, but it's more like he just didn't want things to become more complicated. But I am getting here that his confidence in your connection is growing, and that's something he's thinking about. Oh, hey, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay today. Thank you for asking. He is wanting, okay, so he's not feeling as hasty as he was before to make a move. And by hasty, I mean like he's thinking through things more clearly. I feel like he has more clarity. He's doesn't want to make an impulsive move towards you. He wants it to be clear. He wants it to be intentional. He wants it to be methodical. He wants to make sure that you know that he's serious. He's viewing you as the empress here, which yeah, there's just not enough good things that I can say about how he views you, as you're almost like ethereal to him, very angelic. He is very like you're very magnetic. He's drawn to you. He feels pulled to you. And as I say, he's getting clarity. I have the clarity card here. So I think that he likes that you guys have similar traditions, cultures, values, goals. The Hierophant is here, meaning that you guys have a lot of common interests or common grounds, and he is thinking about that. We also have the Lovers here, which means that he feels the choice is his to move towards you, but he is feeling a very strong soulful connection to you. This could be twin flame or soulmate. Um, but he's also feeling a strong desire for a connection, and he feels that you guys share a lot of the same values. Are you sad about this? Is that why there's a melty face? Crazy how you say that I started feeling him. No, it's not a melty face to me. It's like a merge. Oh, I got you. I got you. Oh, that's so cute. I never even thought of it that way. I think it's the expression on the face that makes me feel like it's kind of like womp womp. But that's actually kind of cool. No, no, you already said that. Okay, cool. All right, well, Terralyn, keep going with this energy, keep going with this vibe. I feel like every time I read for you, it's definitely gets better and better every time. I just cook vegan ground beef and tomato sauce, red beans with brown rice. So good and healthy. So good and healthy for you. Was it delicious? Meaty, meaty face. I know. I knew what you were trying to say. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Thanks, Terry. I hope you enjoyed your readings. Are you supposed to see him this weekend? By the way, I will be taking a little break after Becca. I have to make an important phone call, but we're still accepting donations. A pause is just that, it's just a pause. That's right, Tara Lynn. I'm so sorry. Let me pull that up really quickly. Nope. There it is. There it is. Um Oh, we're doing a mini. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. For some reason, Cash App didn't notify me. I know that you said that you made a donation, but I didn't get a notification. So let me close out my app and pull it back up again. Hey, hun. Tara Lynn, did you do the mini donation on Cash App? Oh, thank you. There it is. There it is. Just came through. That's all right. Sorry, that's why I was a little confused, but thank you for reminding me. I think it's just kind of like a fail safe. I don't know why they do that, but like when you donate or send money or transfer or whatever a couple of times, it's kind of like just a protection just to make sure that that's something you want to do, which I can appreciate them asking that because they want to make sure there's no fraud or whatever and that everything you do is intentional. They do it to me sometimes as far as like accepting payment. Like if you guys send me a couple of things back to back, they ask that question, like, do I want to accept it? So I think it just works on both ends. All right. So how does Charlie feel towards Terralyn? How does Charlie feel towards Terralyn? You say he's not an interest, but he might have an interest for you. I have the Ace of Cups here. So either he just has great love and respect and admiration for you, or there's something else going on. We do have the Three of Swords, which can talk about rejection or feeling disappointed or heartbroken about how this connection is going. He's feeling like he needs to have patience here within this connection. I think he's a bit guarded. Uh he's coming through curious about you. I feel like he wants to know more, learn more. He could want to get closer to you as well. So let's just say this is friends and you're not picking up any vibes of like romantic interest. This is someone who has great respect for you and like appreciates the connection that you guys do have, would like to, I guess, get closer to you, or maybe even misses you. Like if you guys aren't talking anymore, misses what you had. Crazy how you asked if I'm seeing Michael this weekend. I'm leaving to the New Mexico this Saturday, and I believe he'll be coming to Maine this weekend for a ceremony. Oh, Michael's uncle. So yeah, I mean, he wants to get to know you better. He has a great respect and admiration for you. I think he feels that you're a loving person, that you're quiet. You know, sometimes you keep to yourself. I feel like he views you as, he's a very private person, but I feel like he's also respecting that about you, that you're not, you don't just put all your drama out there, or at least not intentionally try to involve other people in drama. He looks very reserved, in my personal opinion, of his personality. So I feel like he's, um, you know, maybe he's seen Michael through a lot. Like I said, there's Three of Swords here. So maybe he's seen Michael through hardships. But he has patience. He's guarded, but he wants what's fair. He's protective. But I feel like he's looking at you as someone worthwhile, someone of value. Yeah, I mean, all you can really ask is that someone has respect for you, especially if they're protective of someone that you're interested in. For someone to say that they're like, are they respect you and um, who you are as a person, and they feel like you're someone of value, I think that that's a pretty big compliment. That's high praise. He is curious. He's curious about you and wants to get to know you better. He's also coming through as the King of Pentacles, which means that he's probably one of the most stable, mature masculines in Michael's life, if not the only masculine, because this is like father figure. Like he's coming through as someone that could be relied on, depended on by, I would think, Michael, maybe eventually you, depending on where things go with you and Michael. well, that's good. I'm glad. That makes me happy to hear. So, Terrellyn, you said you're leaving to go to New Mexico and you think Michael will be in Maine. So you're going to be in different places. Oh, I see what you said earlier. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. I can imagine because, I don't think you see him. I mean, you see him fairly often, but like not it's not a regular thing. So I can imagine being disappointed about that. I know the only time I would have seen him, but I think there's a reason. Makes sense. Makes sense. Your inner knowing, your intuition is there to guide you. Your inner consciousness is nothing to be ignored. Your intuition is always there to assist you and help you. And so, like, if you're thinking things or you're feeling a certain type of way, or you think this may be happening for a reason, take that guidance. Freestyle, freestyle. Thanks, Terrellyn, for your donations today. I appreciate it. I'm honored that you keep coming back to me to do your readings. Freestyle. Oh, sorry, Luna Moon. I covered up the mic again. Oh, that's so sweet of you to say. That warms my heart. I would love more than anything to teach people the things that I have learned and create courses and things like that down the line. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay around here. We stay positive, we stay hopeful. We are the projection of what we believe. And so as long as I remain high vibe for the most part, then I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Freestyle for Scorpio and Luna Moon. Okay, so Luna Moon, I'm kind of picking up that right now you feel or you may be feeling like nothing is really official yet. Nothing is set in stone. You may be feeling a little bit uncertain about. I don't think you're feeling uncertain about where you stand because I think that you know what you mean to the Scorpio. But I think that it's very, I don't even think difficult is the appropriate word. I think that you're feeling like kind of like you're floating, like out in the abyss. Like you just feel like you're in this state of limbo and you're not sure when you guys are going to be able to get to each other or attach to one another. I am getting that your commitment here is being tested. So it's bringing me back to when I said, thank you, Terrellyn. it's bringing me back when I said that you guys are having to balance the, for lack of a better word, the karma of your relationship, because it's like you made him wait, so now he has to make you wait. Um, so it's almost like your commitment is being tested here a little bit between the two of you, because I think that you guys both want this. I feel strongly that you both want this. And so essentially the universe is saying, "Are you sure though? Are you sure?" The connection is there, like you guys, it's, they're showing me kind of like a radio or like a walkie talkie where you guys are on the same channel and you can hear each other. Interference, that's the word that they're telling me, like interference, like it, it's not that you guys can't communicate with each other, but it's not a clear line. And I think what's happening is you keep getting so close. You keep getting to this point where it's like you can see it, you can taste it. It's just on the other side. And then but you question it, you guys doubt it, you're not sure if it's going to happen, and then that's what presents to you. And it's a very difficult situation to be in, because here we're thinking we have to try to manipulate the situation to be in our favor. And when your experience is constantly, it didn't work, 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 then finally when you guys get really close and you guys want to be together, it's hard, because then your inside or inner knowing is telling you it didn't work, it didn't work, it didn't work, so it's not going to work. And so some of this has to do with your belief system, some of this has to do with the circumstances. Um, but essentially, Spirit is saying like your faith is being tested, your commitment to one another is being tested. A lot of times we get put to the test. We get challenges from God or the universe or whatever it is you believe in to say, "Are you sure this is really what you want?" Because they want you to doubt and doubt and doubt and doubt and doubt until you finally say, "No, I believe it. I believe that we will be together," because there is no choice. There is no doubt. There is no way that there is a life in which we are not together. And you have to believe that. So I think there's some blocks happening here. I'm seeing the tower moment. I'm seeing cycles with the world. I'm seeing stagnation with the hanged man. But what I'm seeing underneath it all is that you guys love each other. You guys want to be with one another. Nothing in the world feels as good as the connection that you both have with one another. And so you have to hold on to that. You don't need to um okay, I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you guys want to be together, you need to hold on to this. You need to weather the storm. You need to grab onto a limb of a tree. You need to stay in this for a little while longer before the storm passes, because right now is probably the hardest part for you. And that's what I'm saying. So, like, here's the thing, you can end it, Luna Moon, you can end it. But then what's going to happen if you do is that you're just going to prove yourself right. You're going to prove to yourself this was all for nothing. And I don't personally feel it was all for nothing. But the beautiful thing is that you have free will and you can end it if you want to. But you're going to do nothing but confirm to yourself your convictions. You're going to do nothing but say to yourself, "I was right all along." But I don't think in reality, like, it's fully true. I think that, what do I think? Yeah, I mean, I think that you can make whatever you want happen here. He is not talking about his challenges at the moment with me. So you, okay, so here's my question. Um, in order for you to feel faith in this connection that you have with him in this relationship, you need him to communicate with you what he's going through. Let's see. Should Luna move on? Should Luna move on? Should Luna move on? So whatever you decide, Luna Moon, this is going to severely affect your life. This is going to affect your timeline. It's going to affect, this is like a big turning point for you. With the Lovers coming out, it's showing major choices. It's showing this is a huge decision for you. And whatever it is you decide here will decide the potential outcome. This could be the turning point where if you say, I'm done and I can't do this anymore, that it may close the door to him forever for good. So you have to be prepared for that. The Lovers here talks about how you guys have this bond that is unshakable, it's undeniable, it's a high level soul connection, it's soulmates even. And I'm just getting that you need to really take into consideration the impact that this could have if you let this go right now, is that this could be it. This could be very final for you. And I'm getting deja vu for some reason. I don't know why. But, and that's your right. That's your free will. But it's almost like Spirit is saying this is the last chance. And you have to make that decision knowing that you, if you walk away, that you can't come back to this place. Like there's no time, what is the word, when you can go back in time, like there's no ability to do that. Yeah. So if you want to have a conversation with him, have a conversation. But basically, the main thing I'm getting is this is a very pivotal time. It's a turning point for you in your connection, and you have the right to do whatever you want to do. You don't have to keep putting yourself through this if you don't want to. It's completely up to you and completely valid, and you are supported in any decision that you make. But just know that right now, I feel like Spirit is trying to stress the severity of this, is that this is it. Your faith is being tested. And if you do walk away right now, like, don't expect later on for you guys to be able to come back from this. So it's a heavy decision. It shouldn't be made hastily. It should be made very clearly and thoughtfully. And it should not be based on the fact that you give up on this. You shouldn't go, I'm tired of waiting. I'm just going to give up on this. That's not why your decision should be to walk away. Your decision to walk away should be because you want something else. You want something different. You don't think that he's going to be able to give that to you. Then that's a reason to walk away. But if your reason is, I'm tired of waiting, or I don't believe in this, or I don't believe in us, if you can say those things honestly, just know that if you do walk away, that this will likely be the last chance that you guys have. And maybe what's on the other side is greater than this. But it's like, this is an important decision that you're going to be making right now for yourself. What is your next question? Why is he withdrawing at the moment? Why is he withdrawing at the moment? Why is he withdrawing at the moment? So, Luna Moon, the first thing that's coming out is that he feels powerless at this time. And I think he's very frustrated. Something must have happened that makes him feel like he doesn't have the power here. He doesn't have control over the situation. And he kind of just has to wait and see how things play out. I am getting that it will change for the better. I have the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Wands, meaning the future will be better. Why is he withdrawing? Why is he withdrawing? Seems to be a lot of things that surround finances. If he's needing to allocate assets that he has, like let's just say he's going through a process of who gets the house or who gets the furniture or who gets the kid or like how do we divide? It's almost like something's being divided, 2 of Wands, as far as funds go. So I feel like he is very much focused on his financials right now, and he's just doing what he can. He's doing the best that he can. He's hyper focused on this situation. One more. He feels like he's out of options. I have the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. He feels like he's losing options, losing. Maybe he had a couple different plans like in motion, like A, B, and C, and he feels like all of those have fallen through, and he's having to abandon these plans that he originally had and go back to the drawing board. Why is he withdrawing at the moment? Why is he withdrawing at the moment? He feels like someone is getting the better hand. He feels like someone's getting the upper hand. I have the 9 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. So he feels like someone is winning, beating him at his own game, or he's trying to find a way to gain the upper hand, but he feels like he's at a battle with someone right now. Why is he withdrawing at the moment? Why is he withdrawing at the moment? Money is coming through again here. Assets, finances. Why is he withdrawing at the moment? So there's legal situations going on right now. The Justice card is here, which talks about legal, like law stepping into a situation regarding finances, and also feeling like he's trying to work really, really hard to get his justice, work really hard to get what's fair, because he feels like he is being, I guess, he doesn't have the upper hand here. So he feels like it's almost feeling like the energy of, you know, when someone's being framed, when someone they didn't do anything wrong, but the blame is being put on them and they're not getting the fair chance. Like that's kind of what this feels like, is he feels like he's being played and he feels like he's being blamed for something that isn't his fault, and he's trying to find a way out to make his life better in some way. High Priestess, yes, ma'am, you can donate. I have on the list that I'm taking a break after Becca, but it's just so I can make an important phone call and then I'll be back. What's going on here? What's going on here? Why is he withdrawing? Why is he withdrawing? Okay, High Priestess, I'll add you to the list. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not getting that health issues are why he's retreating from you. Health issues are not why he's retreating from you right now. That's not what I'm feeling. But I am getting things will be better. I think you're the Queen of Wands here with the 8 of Wands. So I feel like he will get out of this hermit mode that he goes through sometimes. But I think also, Luna Moon, that it's important you establish your boundaries, that he can have his reasons for doing what he does. But if he expects you to like hold out for this, wait on him, um, if he wants to consider you guys in a relationship, whatever agreement you guys have going right now, or however you would explain the relationship at this time, he needs to know that he's got to keep you in the loop, because even if he's going through a hardship right now, which it seems like he is, and that's why he's backing away, it's not fair to you for you to have no idea what's going on. And so I think that's worth a conversation, because I think you've been very understanding, and I'm not saying he's taking advantage of it, but I feel like he goes, "Oh, well, she'll understand. She'll understand." But I think that you need to tell him, "I understand, but it doesn't mean that I can tolerate this consistently happening over and over and over. So either you need to tell me to back away, and or you need to continue to keep me more involved, because it's just not fair to you either. Yeah. It's not enough for you, I know. This is tough, Luna Moon. You've been going through this for a long time. And so if he's not living up to your boundaries, if he's not following through, you know, maybe you did your best. Maybe you did everything that you could do. I know that it's hard. I know that it's tough to try to hold out hope for something, to set your expectations and be let down. It doesn't mean that you can't have sympathies for him and what he's going through, because I'm sure he's having a hard time. But at the same time, it's important for you that you get what you deserve and what you need. And like I said, whatever decision you make is supported and valid. And I don't want you to feel like you didn't do your best or you didn't give your all. So if you're feeling like I've done everything I can do, maybe you've got to take a hard look and decide what the next step is going to be for yourself. Yeah. All right. So Ray says, I wanted to ask my coworker why my coworker is trying to start conversations with me now. Why my coworker is trying to start conversations with me now. Becca, I got it. Ray, this coworker. I don't. I'm a little confused because I saw the devil try to come out. It didn't. It didn't. So I want to give her the benefit of the doubt that she has good intentions. But I do, for a fact, feel that she is lonely. I feel like she lives a very isolating life, maybe due to her own decisions, but she's looking to someone who she can connect with. The Hermit is here, and the Five of Cups and the Hierophant. So these three cards together are indicating to me this person is experiencing isolation, loneliness, and looking for friendship or companionship with someone, maybe because you guys have common ground, or maybe you guys had common interests. There could be a level of missing you or regrets with how this relationship has not been the most thriving type of friendship. Why is she trying to start conversations? You said you used to work together. Used to work together. Because I have the Eight of Pentacles, which talks about work, new job. There's a small minor detail here. You're welcome, Luna Moon. Thank you so much for your donation, hun. Thanks for coming in. There's a minor detail here about networking. So maybe like you getting a job through her, or her getting a job through you, or maybe her trying to get information regarding a job if you still work there, or give information to you that she has if she still works there. The devil almost coming out is kind of like a gossip element, but it's more like trying to find ways to relate to you. She's trying to think of things to say or things to do, or ways in which to interact with you that you would find interest in. I think honestly, she just wants to socialize. She's wanting to socialize. What else here? What else is going on here? She had this feeling to reach out to you. The High Priestess paired with the Eight of Wands indicates that she just suddenly felt the urge to connect. Maybe she felt like this didn't really have a chance to grow or develop into the type of friendship that she would have liked it to. Maybe she felt that she held back before, or that you held back, and maybe she feels like this is a relationship to invest in. She may be even trying to get information from you, like I said before, to, I don't know, feel you out. Part of this is going to take a little bit of your own intuition to kind of see, is this sus, is this legit, like is this something you can trust or not. Why is she trying to have conversations with Ray? So we have the Fool and the Three of Cups. This indicates a new beginning in friendship, trying to start over with you. Three of Cups is reuniting with someone, socializing, gathering together, indulging together, either in conversation or over food or drinks. Trying to start up something new with you. So I think she wants to kind of see where this goes. I feel like there's something that she feels like she can get out of a conversation with you, or out of a friendship with you, or maybe something she can give to you to have a connection with her. We were cool, but she got into a relationship. So remember when I said there are some regrets with how things kind of ended, or I guess the distance that was created, there could be some regrets here. I mean, for all we know, she has a hidden agenda. Because the devil card, like I said, didn't come out, but it was there. It was just trying to show its face. We want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but it could be an ulterior motive. I mean, for all we know, she is going to get engaged to this person, and she realizes that she doesn't have any friends, so now she doesn't have any bridesmaids. I mean, this is just an example, of course, but I'm just saying, like, there could be an ulterior motive, right? So just trust your instincts. But I feel like she doesn't have a lot of friends. I feel like she doesn't have a lot of people she can count on, people she can trust. I think it's possible that she is doesn't know how to properly associate herself with others. She doesn't know how to be giving. She feels like someone always wants something from her, or she needs to want something from someone else to have a successful quote unquote friendship. It's a weird energy. Does she tell you about, like, I mean, what is she reaching out to you about? Does she tell you about things that you could relate to, things that she feels you would like to see? Is she sharing memes? Is she sharing TikToks? Is she telling you about things that you guys used to have in common? I know that you're not talking about anything personal, but a lot of what she's been trying to do or reaching out to you about can give you a good indication and intuitively of what she may be trying to do here. No, just constantly coming to my class or stopping in the hall, speaking several times a day. Yeah, girl, she's lonely. She is lonely. Um, I think she has some regrets about how she's gone about things. For all we know, her and this person broke up and she's just trying to get back out there and socialize again. But does your gut trust it? Is your gut like cautious about this person? Do you feel like there's an ulterior motive? Because I think that that is possible. But I just think the underlying thing is that she's just looking for someone to talk to. She's looking for someone to relate to. And maybe she misses you. I told her to wait until her boyfriend officially ended his marriage before they got involved. She didn't want to hear it, so I stepped back. Ooh. All right, let me pull on that really quickly. Hold on. By the way, solid friend. Solid friend to see something like that. So the Five of Cups is coming out again. So she's having some serious guilt and regret over what her choices have been. I think just in general, but also when it comes to you. So that's coming through again, but this is making a lot more sense now. But it actually came out with the Seven of Swords, which talks about deceit, lies, trickery, cheating, doing something underhanded or dishonestly, risky behavior. Um, Maybe she felt like by saying what you're saying to her, you did not believe in the relationship. She felt like you weren't on her side. She felt like, I mean, again, this is like at the time that this all happened. And I think maybe now she's realizing you were a little bit more of a friend um, than she originally thought. She just didn't want to hear what you had to say. So, yeah, I mean, it's clear as day that she feels a lot of guilt surrounding everything that happened. And instead of setting her pride aside and just confronting things with you, maybe she's just trying to feel you out. But I think that it definitely deserves a confrontation. She can't just come back to you and be all buddy buddy, like everything is fine. But I think slowly but surely you're going to uncover the truth here. You're going to find out exactly what's going on. And maybe she realizes later on, after the fact, that you actually did have her best interest at heart and that you had everyone's best interest actually, because you were like, be a better person than what you're being right now. So I think that there's some things that have come to light regarding her and her feelings towards this, and then realizing that you were actually just trying to be a good friend. Okay, so love, general love. General love for Ray, please. General love for Ray. Hmm. Ray, you're at a time in your life where, even though I think you're young, if I'm not mistaken, you are like, I'm ready for my person. The lovers is here, the hangman is here. And I think at this point, you're like sacrificing hookups, flings, fun dates, a good time, because deep in your inner knowing, you want something real. You're looking for something real. You're looking for something equal to who you are authentically deep down. I think that you have maybe possibly been taken advantage of in the past, and that's left you feeling a little bit guarded. Let's see. There's a feeling of stagnancy surrounding your love life right now where you kind of feel stuck in the situation, where you don't feel like anything is really progressing, that you are refusing offers, you're refusing people coming to you if they're not a matter of substance. You're like not doing it. Now there is a message here of being or feeling like a missed, something has been missed or some opportunity has been missed here, that you overlooked something, or maybe you feel like something wasn't able to reach its potential. So if there is someone in your heart or someone on your mind that you're wanting to reconnect with or reunite with, I can see here that there is an energy of, did I lose my chance maybe, or did we lose our chance? But the Four of Cups overall is just feeling dissatisfied with your love life and the way that things are going, or maybe just dissatisfied in the way that things are going, not and the way that things are going, but maybe just feeling like things aren't moving along, things aren't getting where you want them to be. So let's just see what is coming for you. Hmm. All horrible options. Okay, so the Four of Cups is kind of like where you're sitting there and you could have a bunch of people coming for your attention. Just imagine this picture with me for a second where you're sitting there and you have 10 guys lined up, 10 suitors, 10 whoever you're interested in, set 10 people lined up that are asking you out and you're going red flag, no, red flag, no, red flag, no. And like even though you have a bunch of people that you could potentially date or potentially be with, you're like, no, like I don't want to be with these people, not good enough, I'm not settling. Like generally the four of cups, it looks like someone's handing something to you and you're rejecting it. You're saying no, I don't want it, or it's not going to happen. And generally feeling overall dissatisfied with your love life. So I guess that's the point I was trying to make. So I hope that that made sense. I I'm a little bit sad because your near future love life is still looking disappointing to me. And I see with the justice card that it's like you get what you give, like you're going to get what you give. Um so it's like what is this complication? Give me some more specific, spirit, so I can get the full message, please. What's the full message here? Like indecision, guardedness, indecision, guardedness. So spirit essentially is saying like don't just reject things like basically right off the bat. Like, so for example, if someone comes to you and they're not your ideal person or they're not your type, don't completely write them off. Don't be closed off to that particular situation because maybe they'll be a really good friend or maybe they'll be a possible romantic partner. But depending on what they look like, depending on what they act like, depending on what type of facade they put off when they first meet you, it could give a really bad impression. But spirit is saying, like, don't write people off right away. Give people a chance, maybe deviate from your typical type might also be an option for you because in the near future, I'm seeing like still disappointment in your love life. Now, that's not the future because in the future position, I have the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, which means you're going to find that match. You're going to find that person that you can rely on, that you can depend on, that gives you security, that gives you consistency, that adds value to your life. And this person's going to be the person you likely marry because I have the Ten of Pentacles, which means that this person's going to be in your life. You guys are going to go the distance. The Ten of Pentacles is long term. So, what this is telling me is that you are um destined, I guess you could say is a good word. You are destined to have a solid relationship where you feel good, you feel like you can rely on people. I see what you mean. You're just going through the F boys and turning them down. Like, I totally get that. I totally see what you mean. Because remember earlier, I was telling you the hangman and the lovers. I was saying you're looking for something more substantial. You're looking for something where you're not settling. And I get that. I don't want you to settle. But what I mean by maybe deviate from your typical type is that you never know what's going to happen if you go, okay, okay, so for example, my brother-in-law, soon to be brother-in-law, he kept getting his heart broken by these girls, okay? And we're going to say basic bitches. He would go after a specific type. They all looked the same, they acted the same, they dressed the same, they were all part of sororities. Like you get the type. You understand. It's like this is what he was drawn to. This is what he was attracted to. This is what he wanted. He deviates a little bit outside of his box and he has now met someone and been with someone for years now and like they have solid future plans where they're likely going to get married and move in together and all this other stuff. He just deviated a little bit from his usual type. He just thought outside the box. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying settle. I'm not saying do what you're uncomfortable with. I'm not saying accept anything less than chivalry. But I am saying is that you may continue to be disappointed if you keep going for or being attracted to a specific type that you have currently. So it's just some food for thought. Of course, with tarot, it's free will, but eventually I am seeing you settle down with someone and getting married to someone. So just keep that in the back of your mind that you don't have to make decisions now. You don't have to meet the man of your dreams or the woman of your dreams right now. You just have to what am I trying to say? You might just have to kind of maybe wait until after school or look at options that may not be exactly your type. Still equally attractive, still amazing, but maybe not exactly who you typically go for. It's just food for thought. It's not like you have to listen to anything I'm saying, but yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, Ray. Becca, if you're here, if you can say hello. And also, just really quickly, Ray, in regards to the previous question you asked in regards to, I think her name was Morgan, if I'm not mistaken, kind of like just keep an eye on her and maybe keep her at arm's length for now. For some reason, I just feel the need to tell you that. So, yeah, I think that it's possible people try to take advantage of you, and I don't want anyone to take advantage of you. Hey, Rising. Okay, that's great. I will put you after High Priestess. I just wanted to let you know that I am pausing this after Becca. I have to make an important phone call. So I'm not going to like end the live stream or anything. I'll be back after that, but there will be a little bit of a wait. I just wanted to let you know. Y'all, I'm having major menstrual cramps right now. Ugh. Sucks so bad. All right. Past, present, future for Becca, please. General stance. What does she need to know? General stance. What does Becca need to know? Past, present, future. Past, present, future. I'm still here. I'm just kind of digging into these cards really quickly before I say what I'm seeing. All right, so the first thing that's coming out, Becca, is that you've always had to be the responsible one. And I feel like this is going to resonate for you, but you always feel like you have to be the person that other people rely on. It's giving oldest child energy or only child energy, but that doesn't necessarily mean that has to be the facts or the details, but you feel like you have to be the person that people rely on. That it's been very hard for you to allow yourself. And here's the crazy part is that you are a very feminine person. Your aesthetic is feminine, your energy is feminine. Um your your essence is feminine. You're very, very, very feminine. But I feel like you've had to be the person of responsibility. You've had to be the person that you could depend on when you couldn't depend on anyone else. You are very much tapped into your masculine energy at all times. And I think that that is hard for you because you deserve to be softened. You deserve to be able to melt into the creator, the influencer, the inspiration, the muse, the homemaker, the creative. Like you deserve to like lean into that energy, but you haven't been able to. You constantly have to think for everyone, be for everyone, figure out how you're going to do this and do that all on your own. Everything has been on your shoulders. And therefore, you're very much in your masculine energy. So, in the current position that I have, you're in masculine energy. In the future position, you're in masculine energy. And in the past position, you're in the energy of responsibility and discipline. You're the person that's like, no one else is going to do this shit. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And what's crazy is in past, present, and future, you're all swords, all swords. It's all air energy, which means that you're very much not able to ground yourself. You're not able to know what's going to happen next, see what's going to happen next. Um, I feel like you're in this energy of constantly thinking, overthinking, wondering, maybe anxiety, maybe stress, maybe burden. Um, and I think that that can feel very isolating for you. I think that can feel very lonely for you. I feel also that it could be bad for your health. You may have even had to have like doctor's visits and stuff related to this stress in the past as well. I don't do a lot of like health readings, but if it comes through, it comes through. It's just generally a lot of mental overload and all swords being thoughts and uncertainty. Like you've got to think of the swords as like not being anchored anywhere. Thoughts are all over the place. Thoughts is air. So think about you're the person that has to fill the space wherever something isn't. So you have trees that take up space, earth. You have water that takes up space. You have, I guess, like fire that takes up space, but everything requires the oxygen, and the air is what fills everything that other people aren't able to do. So you are the person that constantly, oh, in an air sign. So you're constantly having to be the person that picks up the slack, takes up the space, is the stand in for when someone else can't, you can't rely on that person. Um, and what I've got to say is, Becca, is that I'm seeing that in the present position. I'm seeing it in the future position. And what it's telling me is that there's this cycle that you were constantly in. You're very heart centered. You have the heart chakra in as like the present reading. Um, you I think that you're a very sentient person, you're a very feeling person, you're a very caring person, and you're very generous, you're strong, you're decisive, you do what needs to be done. But I feel like in every single position of your life, you've never been able to be the person that just gets taken care of. And I see it as this cycle. And I personally feel until you meet your match, until you meet your equal, until you just don't settle and you look for that person that you feel you can rely on that shows up for you consistently, you will be in this cycle for a while. It's like you can't be everything for everyone all the time, but you've had to be, and it's not going to stop until you are able to relieve some of that. And I want to tell you that you will be able to, but it's not with any of the people that I'm currently getting that have been in your life so far. Um, I think the main thing is that you're going to have to tap further into your feminine energy, and the only way to do that is to get out of your masculine energy that you've been in for so long. But so here's the example. Here's the example that I have. Like, I never was able to rely on my father figure, like never. And even when I had an even better father figure step in, he was never truly my father. So he was always there for his kids and my mom, and he was there for me for sure. But it never was. It was like too late in life for me to build that connection to feel that like solid reliability that I was looking for. I kept looking for men that I couldn't rely on because that's what I was used to. I was very much in my independent energy. When I met my current fiance, I was working for myself, living on my own. Um, well, not exactly on my own. I had a roommate, but I had my own place. I was a hustler. I did what needed to be done. I chased the bag. So, my fiance is looking at me as someone who he was like, she's got her shit together. She's really got her shit together. But what I realized is that I needed to have my shit together because here's the thing, now that I've been with my current fiance and we are equals, since he's so reliable, since he's so dependable, since he has his shit together and he has a provider mentality, I know I can count on him. And so I've now made my career not my priority anymore. Making a home is my priority now. Making sure that everything that we have around our house is what we need. Make sure that I'm managing our house properly. I'm tapping more into my feminine energy. I'm mentally and physically preparing for a child. Like, I'm here ready to create, ready to grow, and my career is no longer my priority. Is it important to me? Yes. But it's not this thing that I pride myself on anymore. It's not what's important to me. My importance is making sure that my family is happy, that Brennan is happy, that we create and reach the goals that we have set for ourselves. And that's the thing, is like, until you meet your equal match, you can't fully embrace who you're supposed to be. Um, so like, yeah, that's what I've got. But I feel like you're in this cycle, unfortunately. My child's father has not been helping, so it's a lot placed on me. I've had to step away from my friendships because I was giving too much. It is hard when you have a little human that's counting on you. That's, and the thing is I know you feel just from this reading that you aren't ever doing enough. And I think that what's really important that you need to know is you're doing the best that you can. You need to know, because I need you to hear me, you are doing the best that you can. I know that you feel guilt in so many areas. And even if you feel like you're being the best parent, you probably feel guilt because you picked your child's father. In a way, you picked him, and then you feel that you let your child down or you failed your child because of that. In some way, some shape, some form, you're making yourself feel guilty for something, but do not feel guilty for someone else's actions. That is not your responsibility to bear. So just keep that in mind. um but as far as like general, as far as like understanding this energy, is that you're strong, that you will get out of this is not permanent, but this is going to be how things are for a little while, and you need to give yourself a little bit more grace where you're at right now, what you've been able to do. And if you do have family that you can rely on, lean on them a little bit more. You're welcome. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and take that break I've been talking about. We're going to put in the pinned comment that I'm taking a break, but you can still donate. When I come back, we have High Priestess and Rising Storm. So if you guys are both in here, High Priestess and Rising Storm, if you don't know if you're going to be in here when I come back, you can just leave your questions with me. And yeah, so I will see you guys in a little bit. I'm not ending the live stream. I'm literally just taking a break. Hey guys, I am back. Thank you so much for your patience. Um, I see High Priestess is here, but Rising, if you're here, if you can, let me know so that way I can make sure that you're here. I am gonna have to, after these readings, unfortunately, stop the list because we have to run to our tax preparer's office before they close. So for now, I'm going to have to do, after these readings, that all lists are closed. We're not doing donations anymore. Sorry about that. If anybody else wants to donate, I would say speak now or forever hold your peace. But my mission is to be back later on tonight. So for those of you who missed me or didn't have a chance to get a reading from me, you might have another shot. Let's see. No. We've had it with them for a couple weeks. No, they've had it for a couple weeks. We just have to go pick the stuff up. They called today. No, that was done weeks ago. But I guess since I own a business and stuff like that, it's taken a little bit longer than they thought. Okay, so let's see. High Priestess's question. Okay, so they're showing me yes, it will happen. There is a level of dissatisfaction with this answer. So if it may be because you're not trying to lose weight or you don't want to lose weight, or you are losing weight but not as much as you would have liked. So I'm not sure what it is, but it is yes, it's happening, but there is a level of disappointment associated with that question. So I'm not sure what that's about. Let's see. We do have changes happening for you. Knight of Swords, things happening quick. Any other information regarding this that she needs to know? It says patience is needed. Page of Swords, patience is needed. Changes are coming, but patience is needed. Maybe adjustments are required because this card does indicate planning. And it also says something about consistency. Vigilance. What does vigilance mean? Is that like vigilante? I guess just attentiveness, caution, care, preventing, planning. You said you do want to lose weight. Oh, you want to lose a lot. Okay, you're losing weight, but maybe not as much. But it says changes are coming for you, and maybe it's going to require more planning. Maybe if you're relying on this one thing to happen, maybe it's going to require more effort in other areas. Maybe it's going to require meal planning, or maybe it's going to require more exercise, or maybe it's going to require more hormonal balancing, or increasing your sleep, or increasing your vitamin intake. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to be more than just the one thing you can rely on. I think that it's going to happen, but you're going to have to maybe make some adjustments in other areas first before you really see the results you're looking for. Hey, Rising, I'm happy to see you. Oh. Gotcha. Yeah, and sometimes smoking curbs your appetite, so maybe you just have to be a little bit more careful about like your moderation, because you're not going to have that natural curbing happening. So maybe that's why it said adjustments are required, adjustments are needed. That's tough. Chewing gum is a big one to help curb appetite. Um, yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could give you better news. Did you say that you donated for another question too? Oh, to add on to your question. Did you have any other questions regarding the weight loss that I can see? Um, that I can pull a couple more cards for you on? Or were you ready to move on to your next question? Okay, let's take a look. Different question. Different question. Rising Storm, you can post your question as well. If you know what both of your questions are, you can list that now. If anyone else donated, please let me know. Because as far as I have High Priestess, who I'm working on right now. And then after that, I have Rising Storm as a BOGO, but I don't have anything else on my list after that. I saw Mila jump in here for a second, but I didn't see her donate. Oh, I love this, High Priestess. I'm getting a yes, 9 of Cups. So loving it, feeling like your wishes are coming true, feeling extremely satisfied. Well, basically like extremely happy, positive, fulfilled, cheerfulness, smiling a lot. I'm seeing a lot of smiling, maybe getting better self-esteem due to this as well, or more confidence, however that resonates for you. 9 of Cups is probably the best card to come out, wanting to know if you're going to like an outcome. Realizing your dreams. The end of a cycle, the end of an era, and the beginning of a new one with the world here. We have what looks like to be multiple people helping, working on this process for you. So it's like you have maybe a main person, because I see someone standing here on a pedestal. Maybe his assistants is kind of what they're showing me, is that there's someone helping make this happen for you. Let's see. Patience and perseverance paying off. Knight of Pentacles. Lots of options. Maybe you feel like things are going to open up for you, because this 7 of Cups is like dreams coming true. But maybe you feel like after this is, I mean, I know this isn't like the end all be all to happiness, but maybe it's going to feel like things are a lot more fresh, more new, better. Maybe you'll feel like you have other opportunities opening up to you because of this. I'm sure I'll see you before the 12th, High Priestess, but either way, good luck. I wish you the best. I hope the recovery process is not very lengthy. I hope it's either no recovery time or a little downtime after it happens. You're welcome. Yeah, you're going to feel like a lot of avenues are opening up for you after the fact. So this is a fun time for you in your life. You're welcome, High Priestess. Thank you so much for your patience. Okay, so we have Rising, and then that's the end of my list. And I will see about what I can do about getting back on here in a couple hours. Rising Storm Tarot. Just saw James today with his mother. How did he feel? After he went up to his place, he came down like he was in a rush. What was the reason of him rushing downstairs? Did he want to talk to me but change his mind, or was it something else besides me? Okay, we'll look into this for you. You're welcome. All right, so saw James today with his mother. How did he feel? How did he feel? Saw James with his mother. How does he feel? Okay, so the first thing I'm getting is he's leaning on his mother for support, for companionship. Why is he regretting? Why is he regretting? Oh, regretful but necessary. Okay. Regretful but necessary. He's going through like a transition, and he's leaning on his mom right now. He's looking to her as like a place of stability that he can, or you know what, not even stability, it's a sounding board. He's looking to her to get advice and counsel from, because he's having a lot of feelings about things and he's trying to bounce things off of her, and get more steady in his decisions and feel more confident in what it is he's doing. He has the word discipline here. Um, Regret, indecision, and discipline, but that's making me feel like he's looking for someone to say you're doing the right thing, you're making the right choices, stay certain within your convictions. So I feel like they're having a lot of conversations right now. How did he feel about this interaction when the mother was around? Yeah, he was in a hurry. I have the Knight of Swords here, which is hastiness, hurry, busy, arrival, departures, coming and going, back and forth, back and forth. But the general feeling is happiness, good faith, healing, positivity. He may have been rushing around, but I think generally he was in good spirits. He has not told his mom about you yet. He's more focused on the past. So he's having conversations more about recent events versus new interests. She's helping him through. There's this decisions just keeps coming through. He could even be up for a new position or a new job or looking for something new. um Maybe he himself too, I don't know. I feel like spirit's blocking me from saying this, so I don't want to say it. He okay, so what it is he's just looking for a change. He's looking for a change. He's looking for something different. He's ready to kind of see what else is out there, explore new options. And this could be within his career, but this also could be within his personal life, like where he lives as well. I'm not saying he's moving. Spirit blocked me from saying that. He's not moving, but he's considering different ways to kind of shake up his life and add freshness to it. I have the Seven of Cups here, so he could just be talking to his mom about his goals. and his dreams and what he wants to do. Um, and he's just really like imagining his life right now. So he's, like I said, I think I did a reading for you a little while ago, is that he'll be leaning more. You'll see family and friends around him a lot more. That he's leaning on them. He's returning to his roots, is what I'm getting here. Six of Cups, childhood memories, reunions, nostalgia. So I think he's really utilizing his mom as someone to kind of give him a little bit of peace when things feel kind of crazy and scary. We have the mother at the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, I think he's just leaning on her a little bit right now. I got a couple cards here indicating new job. So he could be going through some career changes as well, or considering changing his career. But he's basically just hanging out with her, He's talking to her. He's trying to get advice from her. Okay, so next up we have, after he went up to his place, he came down. He was in a rush. What was the reason of him rushing downstairs? Did he want to talk to me, change his mind, or was it something else? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so yes and no. It's a little bit of both. So I'll get more specific with it. He rushed back downstairs because he wanted to see you again. The reason, he did have another reason. It wasn't just you, but he was utilizing that reason as an excuse to be in your presence again. I don't think that he was coming down to talk to you, because I got to know, but he was coming down again to be around you, to be in your energy, to walk past you, get another look at you, or you see him or something along those lines. So it would be like hey mom, I left my drink in the car, so I'm going to go get it. So like there was a reason that he went back out to do what he needed to do, or run to his car, or whatever it is that he was doing. But it was like an intentional decision he made to do it at that time because he knew that you were there. But I'm getting a no. It wasn't a point to talk to you. It was more just a point to kind of pass by you or be around you again. For you to give another chance for you to notice him, for him to notice you, something along those lines. But that's what I mean by yes and no, is because you were the motivation, but he did have something else that he actually was going down there to do. It's got to be tough for him, because especially if that's not his kid, but he thought it was, you have this connection. And I've witnessed, I just scratched myself. I've witnessed firsthand what that can do to someone who they thought that it was their kid. So it's like there is a connection, there is an attachment there. Also, you feel an obligation to help, even if it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened between them. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's anything outside of that. Aw. You're welcome, Rising. All right, guys. Hopefully, I'll see you again in a couple hours. Have a lovely rest of your night if I don't see you.